Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, us tour does Tasmanian Odyssey bush trip, leg 7, the final leg from St Helens to Launceston. Let's get going. Alright, we've got fuel, thanks to yesterday's having to refuel mid-air after our disaster. Let's try and avoid that today. Let's not hit 177 knots. That ends the run. Which is madness. I can't imagine that's how the plane is in real life, but hey, we're stuck with whatever Asobo has for this plane, because I mean the cruise speed for this plane is 170 knots. And if you hit 177, apparently it explodes. So we want 16 degrees. Oh, that's all the way around here. Where am I going? The 38 seconds to George Bay, lift into the sky and set a course to the north-northeast, skirting the shoreline to George Bay. Okay, we can try to do that. Head back to George Bay. I think that was something that we kind of missed yesterday because the navlog broke after continuing our flight, after crashing and exploding apparently for hitting 2 knots faster than cruise speed. Is this George Bay, or is it just past these little trees here? I'm going to go for the little trees. Let's try and maybe even level off a bit. Yeah, not that much plane. This plane is just out of control. 36 degrees. Where are we going? For 55 seconds, St Helens Point. From George Bay, fly along a long, low finger of land to its end at St Helens Point. Okay, so that's just here. Alright, fair enough. We're just doing a bit of touristing before we head back to the direction we're supposed to be going. Careful of the speed. Get back to 90%. For like 1 second I was in the red. And it ended the game, which is wrong. Absolutely wrong, if you ask me. Alright, waiting at the end of this point, apparently. The most important and interesting point in all of Tasmania. St Helens Point. Now we want 292 for 47 seconds. Let's go. Try not to go too fast. The real annoying thing is because I clicked over to my navlog, which is on my second monitor, and sometimes when you do that, the plane just decides it's going to be completely out of control. So it dove to the left. That's why it got faster and ended up going slightly into the red. So a couple of just annoying bugs really, plus me not paying 100% attention, caused the disasters. Anyway, we'll try and avoid them today. We're going 47 seconds, Binalong Bay. It's been a long bay. Turn northwest, passing over water and then forested land to arrive at the coastal town of Binalong Bay. Binalong Bay. What a nice name. What a cool name. Look at this speed bullshit. I'm going to have to go down to like 80% power. This is... I'm just casually flying along and we're almost hitting destruction speeds, apparently. Where's this town then? We've already done 55 seconds. There is no town here. Oh, is that it there? There you go. There's Binalong. Next. We've got The Gardens, 3:32, 1:39 seconds. From Binalong Bay, fly just offshore to The Gardens, a beach that is notable due to its gardens, in inverted commas, of rocks that have been rounded from crashing surf. I see. It's a rock garden. now we're plummeting to Earth, of course. So let's trim back up to maybe 0. Even though we're going quite fast. Get up a bit more height then. See if we can find these gardens. Hello? Any rocks? Got rocks? That must be it. That must be this beach here. I guess the algorithm doesn't do rounded rocks. Alright, well now we want 326 for 36 seconds. The Bay of Fires. Continue up the coast to the Bay of Fires, one of the most famous beaches in Australia. Never heard of it. I want to be a bit high, so I'm going to risk putting on a bit of power. That'll make us climb a bit. Hopefully not gaining me speed. This must be the beach we're looking for here. The Bay of Fires. Wait till we get to that. Lagoon. If it's one of the most famous beaches, wouldn't there be like resorts and people wanting to go to the beach? Question mark? Apparently not. Alright, I think we're over the beach enough. We've done our 36 seconds, so let's do 241 for 351 on our way to Mount Michael. Turn inland, flying west-southwest, and visit Mount Michael, located in a sea of dense, sparsely inhabited forest that is 2,408 feet above sea level. Okay. Where are you, Mount Michael? So we need to keep climbing though. This range over here, I guess. We're doing the world's slowest turn. I'm not sure why exactly, but hey, let's just finish it off. 241, let's try and head in the right direction, at least. There we go. We'll keep climbing though, until we're at least 2,408 feet. Gonna have to go to 100%. Gonna have to risk it. I don't want to trim back anymore. I just want a nice, calm climb. Have a look around. We've got fields and roads and stuff. Not much else. Back to the beach. And up to the north coast up that way. We're nearly there. We're nearly at Launceston. We've nearly finished this bush trip. This is the last leg. It's been a good one, except for the, mistakes that were made. Let's not continue to, cry over spilt milk. What a beautiful island Tasmania is. We've just done 2 minutes or 4 minutes, so this is definitely Mount Michael in front of us. Definitely looks like it's about 2,400 feet. A bit hard to tell. Again, on the bush trips we don't seem to be able to do the barometer thing. That's not what I want. I did see here yesterday when I was fiddling with all the buttons. There we go. There's so. Oh, the problem is I don't know what the actual barometer pressure is. See, I can't do anything. It doesn't change. And meanwhile, my plane's decided it's going to go for a wander in a different direction. Crazy, because just right now, I'm not touching the control. And yet, as soon as I go into the cockpit, suddenly the plane's trying to go left. Why? Why play? Why are you like this? Meanwhile, this 2,408 feet above sea level, even if the barometer QNR, whatever it is, QHR, is incorrect, we're certainly much higher than 2,400 feet from sea level. We're nearly 4,000 feet, and we're just probably not even above this mountain. Where are you getting 2,408 from, bush trip person? And when you say it's sparsely populated, why are all these trees gone, huh? Wood ants? Wood lice? Or is it humans? Spoiler alert, it's humans. Alright, we've done our 351, but we've been climbing and going quite slow, so I'm going to wait till we're at the top of this hill here. This mountain. Might keep climbing a bit, you know. For reasons. For reasons. I don't know what the reasons are, but I'm sure there are reasons. Don't want to level off just yet. The way this plane levels up is to rather violently, if I'm not controlling it as well as I should. And then we don't want to end the bush trip prematurely again. Right, I reckon we're good enough. Let's go 260 for 228. On our way to Cascade Dam. From Mount Michael, fly to the west, passing over lush forest to Cascade Dam, which lies along the Cascade River near the town of Derby. Cascade is a brand of Tasmanian beer, I think. It's a good one. I used to like Cascade. I think it was called Cascade. Definitely there's a Tasmanian beer that I like. I think it's called Cascade. Let's start trimming back. Actually, let's power back. I'm going to go 80% this time. And we're going to trim down to -2 to begin with. There we go. Let's see how that goes. Well, let's see if we can find this damn dam. Come on, play. Without literally just 1% difference, and you're just launching yourself to the ground. Wide plane. Just keep your speed, please. And keep your height. So we've got a lake there. Is that where the dam is? Perhaps, perhaps not. The dam might be behind this. Got another minute to go on the clock. I sort of feel like that must be the dam, you know. Dam's going to have a body of water next to it, surely. Hello, any more dams? You know, it said it was sparsely populated, this area, but it's more populated than all the rest of Tasmania that we saw. That whole west coast, there was nothing, no one. Nada, zip. I'm thinking that must be the dam. We haven't quite, we're in 220, 230 at the moment. We were meant to be doing, we've only done 2 minutes, so I'll give it another 30 seconds in case there's a hidden little dam behind this mountain here, but I don't think so. I think that was most likely the dam. I'm meant to be doing 260. Oh, there's another bit of water over there, maybe. That might be it. We won't count our chickens just yet. They haven't crossed the road. Meanwhile, the plane is trying to drop out of the sky yet again. Reasons unknown. Just a gust of wind or something. And that's why I can't believe this plane would be that sensitive, that you're meant to be doing 170 knots. A gust of wind would put you at 175, you know? And what, then the plane just disintegrates? I don't think that's the case. Alright, I think this might be the dam here then. Hidden amongst the hills there. Look, there's a bit of man-made stuff. That must be the Cascade Dam. Hand us over your beer stocks. Hand them over. Give us all your beer. Alright, there we go. Found the Cascade Dam. Now we want 207 for 146. I'm going to Ringarooma. Ringarooma. Never heard of it. From Cascade Dam turned southwest, flying over forested highlands and then a patchwork of fields to reach a small town of Ringarooma. Well, there's the fields. Here are the forests. Let's see if we can find the town. Come on, 207. Wait, let's just keep turning. Let's try and get a bit of height as well. I think these hills are a little bit higher than where we were. I think we're okay. I think we're fine. Ringarooma. Let's get back up to speed. And there we go. Now you can level off, please. Please, plane. God, I hate this plane. I hate it so much. Please do not give us the Cessna Grand Caravan again. Grand Caravan is what it's called? It's on the wing here. On the tail, yep, Caravan. I don't like it. I don't like this plane. Be able to do these bush trips in whatever plane we choose, because quite often they choose the wrong plane, like that plane we had up in the Alps that couldn't even get to higher than the mountains. It's foolish. Alright, we've hit our 146. I'm going to assume this is Ringarooma over here next to these lakes, and actually get myself on top of it before doing the next turn. Hello, are you Ringarooma? I hope you are. I heard you rang a plane. Here we are, we've arrived. Alright, 224 for 512. On our way to Mount Barrow. Continue flying southwest over a sea of rolling forest to Mount Barrow, a prominent peak known for its diverse natural habitats that stands 4,636 feet above sea level. That must be it over there. Surely. In which case we're going to need to gain some height. Let's get back up to 100%. Let's trim to at least 0. There we go, 3%. Why not? And we need to go 224 though. It's more this way. Maybe that's Mount Barrow over there then. Look, we'll head in the direction they indicate for the amount of time that they indicate after gaining a bit of height, and so adding a bit more time. Have a look around while we're doing that. We've got the farms of Ringarooma here. Lots of farms. Very farmy kind of area. Where are you going, plane? Why are you turning to the left? Where are you trying to take us? We have been possessed by the Illuminati alien lizard zombie robot people. They've taken over the plane. Okay, so it wasn't that peak there on the left there is actually a lot closer than I thought it was. So yeah, we've done 1.5 minutes of 5. So that must be Mount Barrow off in the distance then. Possibly. I think we're high enough, so let's power to 90% and slowly trim, just one tap every now and then. There we go, another tap, another tap, another tap. Come on, let's get to 2%. There we go, 2%. Let's let the plane sort itself out a bit. level itself off. Alright, now we can do a couple of taps. Let's get to 1%. There we go, 1%. Calmly, coolly, fastidiously, professionally, and any number of other adverbs that end with ly. Let's get to 0%. Very calmly, very coolly. There we go, 0%. Have a little bit of a look around while the plane decides to level itself off a bit. We'll see where we're up to. Do we even need more trimming? Keep an eye on the speed. Keep an eye on the vertical speed. Look around at the beautiful fields and the mountains and the forests and the whatnots. Excellent. What a beautiful view. Okay, so let's go to -1%. Oh, let's go -0%. There you go. You go from 0, you do 4 taps, and you get to -0. Maths. Quick maths. Science, Mr. White. I think we're Gucci. We're 172 true airspeed. Okay, only 155, relative speed or absolute speed. What way would you look at that? That would be, I mean, that's the speed that the plane's going, but then through the air it's going. One of them's absolute, one of them's relative. Maybe they're both relative. I presume the 155 is measured by how fast the propellers are turning, not so much anything else. Yeah, I'm happy with where we're at. Let's just leave it here, -0%. This must be the famous Mount Barrow that we're arriving at now. We've just hit 512, but as mentioned, we were going a bit slow because of the climbing, and also just going a bit slow right now. Because I'm happy with where the plane's at, and I want to avoid that red line as much as possible. I'm going to wait till we're at the top of this ridge before we take our next direction, which will be the final segment of this leg and the final leg of the bush trip, the official Tasmanian Odyssey bush trip. That must be Launceston in that basin in front of us. I imagine Launceston, while it's not the capital, I think it is the biggest city in Tasmania. I mean, from what we've seen of Tasmania, the south wasn't very populated, but up here it was quite populated, so, this looks like a big city. I mean, you're thinking this is the whole city here, We're a bit close, still a bit far for it to be fully detailed yet, but that does look like what cities look like from a distance in this game. Alright, we're above the ridge. I think we've done enough. Let's go 209 for 4 minutes, 2 seconds. Our triumphant arrival at Launceston. The Tasmanian Odyssey comes to a close by flying southwest from Mount Barrow and landing at Launceston Airport. Excuse me, I had a hiccup in the middle of airport. I cannot see an airport. It's well, yeah, there you go. It's a big concrete runway, but it's surrounded by green grass and fields and whatnot. So, yeah, from this distance, probably won't be able to pick out exactly where it is, but it must be down here somewhere in about 4 minutes. Probably need to start losing height now. So actually, let's go down to maybe 70%. And just let the plane do its thing as we float down this hill here. thinking that might be it. There's something that looks fairly straight there. Can we see it on the topographic? Well, we can't. Not yet, anyway. Alright. Can we zoom out here a bit? There we go. Cool. I might be able to see both of those. I think that must be the airport. It looks airport-ish. And it's just outside the city. Launceston. I wonder if it's worth doing a tour of drone of Launceston. I'll have a look at this after this. Tomorrow the tour continues. The unofficial Rover tour of Australia, not part of the official bush trips. The next official bush trip we need to get to is Whyalla in South Australia, so we need to get back to the mainland, do that one, and then the final of the 5 is actually up Western Australia, so we'll have to fly from Adelaide to Perth and then up the coast there, and then we would have actually almost done all of Australia, and we'll have to decide what to do then. I'm kind of with a mind to just keep going, you know, always taking off where we landed and see how much of the world we can see in the next however many years we've got left. Looks like a pretty city, like, you know, in amongst the rolling hills. It's got a river not far from the ocean. Yeah, I might have a squiz to see whether it's worth doing a drone. But otherwise, we'll just keep going. It would have to have photogrammetry and stuff like that. We'll see. We'll see if there's any points of interest that have been given to us. This is definitely the airport, so we're still way too high. Let's drop out of the sky a bit. Let's head over this way even more. Just trim back to something like 6%. There we go. Wait till we hit the white line. Are we going to hit the white line? No, we're slowing down too much. Alright, let's pull back a bit then so that we lose a bit of speed. Get our flaps down, there we go. That'll balloon us up in the air a bit. Slow us right down. Got to keep an eye on where the airport is, alright. Pick up a bit of speed again now. Go a bit of power. It might have photogrammetry because, you know, a bit of frame rate drop there when I was moving the camera. That usually means there's some stuff getting loaded in. Come on, plane, a bit more power. Yeah, we're basically just floating in the wind right now. We need to be powered. We need to get to the runway and land it properly. Although we're still quite high. I think the runway must be up fairly high though. It'll be good to say goodbye to this aeroplane and get back into our diamond. I love my diamond, but this plane can quite frankly get fucked. Cessna, decommission it. I'm sure there's people out there that like this plane, but they need their heads examined. It might just be the implementation in the sim, I don't know. Maybe it's a wonderful aircraft in real life, but it is not particularly a pleasure to fly in this sim. It seems way too twitchy. It does some really weird things. Suddenly it'll lurch to the left or the right or something. Maybe that's from the wind, but you'd think something this big wouldn't be that, you know, messed up with the wind. And this whole 175 knots destroys the aircraft thing, that's hard mode, isn't it? Do we really want hard mode in a flight simulator? Come on. This isn't Dark Souls. Alright, coming in quite nicely. I think we might even just power right down now, because Yes, as we found. When it wants to be, the plane is very floaty. There's just something about its shape that I just don't get the landings right, because it feels like I have to get down quicker and I'm going to run out of runway or something, and then you have freezes like that which make it not very easy. You know, because I should be flaring here, but when I flare it just seems to take off into the sky, so, you know, we're going to do it very carefully and we're going to run out of runway, you know? It just seems to take forever to get this plane down properly. There we go. Beautiful. That's how you do it, I guess. Finally, after leg 7, we know how to land properly. Get rid of it. Someone get this plane. Where's my plane? Come on, someone get my plane and, you know, get ready for tomorrow where we continue. There we go. Bush trip completed. Tasmanian Odyssey done. Only 1 or 2 major disasters along the way. Come on, let's not talk about them. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye.